What is up, guys? I am OdraNoel, and welcome back to No Man's Sky. So I was basically playing all last night. Honestly, this game is quite addictive, I'm starting to really get a hang of this game now. I'm starting to really kind of figure it out and all that stuff. So, first of all, as you'll notice, I do have a new ship. I guess this is actually the pre-order ship. As you'll remember in the last episodes, I kept getting these messages down here saying, redeem, you have items to redeem, please redeem them in the options menu. So I did that. Let's see here, I went here, not controls, but actually options. And there we go, redeem bonus con. Let's see if it says anything. Yeah, redeemed, okay, Horizon Omega ship. So that, I got that. It allowed me to transfer my items over to it. Honestly, I don't normally like doing those pre-order things. I was actually going to ignore it, but it just kept giving me that stupid message. So I figured, I guess the only way to get rid of it is to actually do it. So if there was a way for me to have ignored this and not get the pre-order ship, I actually would have ignored it, because I always like to do things again, like totally legit, always on hard mode. This game doesn't really have any difficulties or anything, so I can't do anything about that. But yeah, I always like to do things the totally legit way, and I always find like pre-order goodies to be, I consider that kind of cheating. It's because it's not something that everybody will have access to, so I don't really normally like that. But again, I did it because it just kept bombarding me with that little message there, so I just went ahead and I just said screw it and let's just do it, just to get rid of the message. I was gonna go back to the old ship, but I guess I can't. It just basically disappeared. So anyways, this new ship, all it really does is, I think it just has one extra slot. So like my own old ship had 15 slots, this one has 16. So that's cool. So it's just got a slightly bigger inventory. Anyways, you'll notice here something interesting in my my inventory. You'll notice it's a lot bigger. In the last episode, I think it was about 16, 17 slots, or maybe even 15, lower, whatever. Now I'm up to 21. So I don't think I caught any of this on camera. So I'm going to show you guys how you increase your suit inventory. It's actually fairly easy, and it's a pretty cool mechanic. So basically, you got to fly around until you find these things. And yeah, she's still really loud. I'm not really sure how to change her volume, because the volume is all down and stuff like that. So yeah, maybe that's a bug or something. But anyways, you got to fly around until you find these like pod things here. They almost look like old school like NASA lunar pods or something like that. I don't know. But anyways, you find the opening here, you go in here. Now it doesn't give me the option because I've already gotten it, but here it'll say press E to purchase suit upgrade. So it'll give you a little option there, and you can purchase a single slot to increase your, a single slot for your inventory. Now it seems the upgrades get exponentially more expensive. I believe every one you buy costs an additional 10,000 credits. So the one I got last night, I believe, cost around either 70,000 or 80,000. So that means I've so far added an additional 7 to 8 slots from my original inventory. So that's really cool. I have no idea if there's a limit to this. I have no idea if I can have a potentially infinite inventory size. If I can, that would be fantastic. That would be absolutely awesome, because I like these games that kind of give you an interesting inventory system, because this is a pretty cool mechanic. It goes getting exponentially more expensive, so you'll never really have truly infinite, but it gets to the point where if you really invest time into the game, you'll struggle less and less with inventory space and stuff like that, which in a game like this can be a godsend, really. So anyways, let's get into our Omega Horizon ship here. We're going to press W to take off, and I'm going to show you guys just basically how you really start to progress in this game. So you can do this basically on any planet, and you'll see I'm getting a little bit of lag there. But all right, so when you're flying around, you got to press C to run a scan. So you'll see there it kind of sent out like a ping. And then you'll see these things show up, these little like question marks. These are basically points of interest, and you have to go ahead and fly towards them. Another thing is apparently you can't crash land in this game. Like you can't actually crash into the planet. I've tried flying into mountains and your guy just kind of automatically pulls up. So you can't really crash. You don't have to, that's not something you have to worry about in this game. Your guy's always gonna kind of compensate and make sure that you don't hit anything. At least above a planet. I have actually ran into a couple of asteroids in space, so that's still something you gotta watch out for. But anyways, so we found this question mark here. We're gonna land right next to it, and we're just gonna go and check it out. Because basically the question marks, they can be one of various different things. But this is really what you gotta do to find technology, resources, missions, and all that kind of stuff. So let's see here, this says save. So yeah, that means, I think this is what they meant when they say like you discover areas. So whenever you find this, like there it says the name of this area, like the Emiatini Marsh or whatever it was. That means that this place has now been discovered by me, and in theory, if anybody else should wander by across here, which is extremely unlikely but possible, if anybody does, they will be able to say or see that this place was discovered by OdraNoel on this particular day and hour. The 13th, and I'm not even sure what time it is right now. I'm not going to tab out. Anyways, so that's basically, it's one of the most important mechanics of this game. Right now, this particular question mark area doesn't really have much, but you'll see that there's a couple of containers here. Like for example, there's a cargo drop here. If I open that, it'll usually give me a random item. So that was, let's see here, what it gave me was, gotta go to the exosuit. It gave me this thing, the Geknip. So you'll see right under it, it says trade commodity. As far as I know, all these things, I've been getting a bunch of different kinds of items that are all they're all green and labeled as trade commodities. I believe those are just for selling. Like that's really the only purpose I know of for them so far. So these are basically like items that are worth a good amount of money. Like this one's worth 20,000 that you can go up to the space station and sell to the Galactic Trade Network for credits. So sometimes you'll gather up like 4 or 5 of those from finding chests and stuff from all these question mark locations. And that can be a pretty good source of income, at least at the beginning. Later on, there's going to be much better sources of income, and that's something that I've already actually started to do a little bit, so I'm going to show you guys that. So let's see here, let's run a scan real quick, and you'll notice that, for example, it says here platinum. So for example, like platinum can be found on these plants, which is kind of interesting because I figured that platinum would have been found as a metal and some, I don't know, in some rocks or something like that. So maybe you can as well, but so far the only sources for a few of the metals that I found, like zinc and stuff like that, have been actually been plants rather than like ore veins or anything. So that's another thing to keep in mind. That's actually kind of interesting.
Technology recharge. Technology recharge.
Yeah, that voice is really loud. I really hope they fix that because it's kind of annoying. Anyways, what was I saying? That chick kind of threw me off. Damn it! Now I lost my train of thought. Anyways, you gotta find these checkpoints. That's really the most important thing. So right now, what I wanted to do was kind of fly around a bit and see if I can find some more of those with the that have the inventory upgrades. So let's see if we can find one of those. Let's try and just kind of fly around a bit. And they're not too hard to spot once you know what they look like and stuff like that. That's another area there, but that didn't have an upgrade pod or anything like that. But yeah, man, I gotta tell you, this just flying around in this game is pretty trippy, honestly. I mean, it's you know, it's a little bit different than Elite Dangerous because while yeah, Elite Dangerous is obviously a lot more realistic and stuff, I do feel like these worlds are a bit more dynamic in the sense that there's just kind of more to do. The fact that I can just get out of my ship, like land anywhere, get out of my ship, and just wander around on foot is it completely changes the dynamic of everything, really. I'm not sure why I'm going so slow all of a sudden, but yeah, I mean it's such a simple little thing, you know, just being able to get out of your ship and wander around and stuff like that. But honestly, it's a completely different experience. It completely changes the way you play the game, the way you view the game, the way you approach it, and everything. So it's really cool, honestly. I've been having a lot of fun. I've played all last night. I seriously played last night until the sun came up, and I just couldn't stop. This game has been highly addicting. Although I do have a very addicting personality, so I get easily addicted to things like this, right? So may not be everyone's cup of tea, but for me it was really quite fun to really start getting into this game and stuff like that. And I'll show you guys how to unlock technology. So there's probably going to be a couple of technologies here.
Life support power low.
All right, let's recharge our life support. There we go.
Technology recharge. Technology recharge.
Okay, again, sorry if that's kind of loud. If anything, I'll try and lower the volume during editing whenever she speaks. All right, actually, this place is actually locked up. I've not, yeah, I haven't really destroyed any of these things yet. I haven't really been doing much combat, to be honest. And I finally discovered that these guys, at least what I've been able to deduce, I guess they're like caretakers of the planet or whatever. Like they kind of take care of the planet. So if I start to mine stuff from the planet, they won't necessarily know that I'm the one doing it, but they'll just know that something was mined from the planet. I guess they're like connected to it, and I don't know, they hear the planet like cry out and scream or whatever whenever I reap its resources. So there they just kind of, they'll probably fly over now and try and scan in this area just to see what happened. And if they're looking at me while I'm while I'm mining something, then they will start to attack me. So that's another pretty important thing. So those are all like those little details that when you first start playing, if you're unaware, can really make a big difference. It can really determine whether you live or die. So that's another thing to keep in mind. Anyways, oh, you'll notice that my gun is also different. Let me show you guys that. I don't believe I'd show you that. You go to the multi-tool here. You'll see it's got a lot more slots. It's a completely different color, and it's got a bunch of things here. Yeah, in some of the question mark areas, you'll find like these little consoles on the wall that will sell you a weapon. So it'll allow you, like, it'll give you the option to compare your current weapon with the one that's being sold. And yeah, they're usually, I mean, obviously anything I could find would be better than the starter gun. And like the starter gun, I think it just had like 5 slots or something. This one has 13. So I actually went through a couple of weapons last night. So the other one I got, I think I had like 8 slots, and then I found this one with 13 slots. So I obviously took it. It's got a bunch of different upgrades. All these things that you see here that say like +1, +2, and all that, those are all different upgrades. They increase various aspects of the weapon. And I've actually unlocked quite a few of the technologies at the various question marks areas. Like, I'd say last night I probably went to about 50 to 70 different question mark areas. So there's honestly, I was just like, there was just one point where I went like 3-4 hours just straight, just going from question mark to question mark to question mark to question mark, just getting a bunch of, just searching buildings and all that stuff. So it kind of got a little bit repetitive. At one point you do start to see similarity between the various areas that you find, but they do contain a lot of interesting goodies, and it is a pretty cool mechanic to actually get you to explore a planet, which is something that I really liked. So yeah, I felt that's something that I always found kind of missing from Elite Dangerous. Like I never really did much on the planets because there wasn't just much to do there, to be honest. At least nothing worthwhile, you know. There was missions and stuff like that, but they always paid crap. So in this game, you're rewarded with rare resources and new technology upgrades. which is awesome. I mean, that's how that's such a great mechanic for getting you to actually out into the universe and just exploring it, just getting down into the planets, exploring the planets, and stuff like that. And I'm sure there's probably a ton of things that I haven't even seen or don't even know are there or anything like that. So that's really what I was doing all last night. Anyways, let's just get, before we finish this episode, what I wanted to do is, I also finished repairing the star drive, or the FTL drive on my ship. So let's go and do that. Let's travel to another star system, and then I guess I'll wrap up this episode, and then we'll start the next episode in the star system, in the new star system, because I'm still in my home system, like the system that I started on. I have actually at this point visited all the other planets. There's about 3 or 4 planets in this system. Like there's one, and I think this one has like a moon. Or no, yeah, there's this planet, there's that planet, and then that one has a little moon there. So I've been to all 4 of them. They're all different and stuff like that, so it's pretty cool. One of them was like a snow world that seemed... Oh crap, I got out of the ship. The snow world seemed to have a bit more platinum. I found a lot of platinum there. So that's kind of cool. I guess the different planets will contain different levels of the various resources. There was another world where one of the planets had quite a bit of titanium. Like I found these large yellow crystals with titanium and stuff. So that's pretty cool. Anyways, let's get out into space here. And I believe what I have to do, because I have not made a single FTL jump yet. So let's engage the pulse engine. This is not FTL. Well, technically, I guess, yeah, it's FTL, but it's not interstellar FTL. This won't let you get from one star system to another. So I guess the way you could think of it is in your spaceship, you basically have, I guess, 5 different speeds. That's pretty cool. So this is speed 1. This is just like the lowest speed, just me kind of flying around like this. Then if I hold shift, it'll boost me up to, what was it? Let's see here. About 1,500 units there. I don't know what the U stands for, so I'm just going to call it units. So this is like speed 2. I guess this is like, you can think of it as like, you got 5 gears for your ship. So speed 2 is holding shift. You're really kind of flying quite a bit faster. You can actually still turn though while you're in boost. And then if you hold space, then we'll do this, engaging pulse engine. Boom. So this is like speed 3. This is still within the solar system, but it's quite a lot faster. You'll see it's 9999 U. So 9,999 units per second or whatever. So this is like your 3rd level of speed, and it'll like right now I'm not even touching the keyboard or anything. You'll continue going in this speed until you either run out of fuel there. You'll see on the center console showing me the fuel remaining, or if I shift down. So if I press S as in Sierra, to shift down, then I'll automatically jump out of boost. Either that, or if I were to like boost, if I were to get into proximity of a large object like a space station or a planet, it'll actually automatically drop me out. So let's go ahead and show you that real quick. I'm gonna boost straight into the planet, super kamikaze mode. But you'll see I guess you can't really crash land in this game, so that's kind of good. Yeah, see, there it goes, planetary interference. So just kind of, and even if I were to, let's just keep heading straight down. Let's try, I'll show you guys that you can't really commit suicide even if you try. So right now I'm not even touching anything. My hands are off the keyboard and the mouse, and we're just kind of in a dive bomb, and he levels off by himself. There he goes, see that? And then he's gonna slowly, I guess he doesn't really rotate himself to level off, but I'll just do that manually. But yeah, so that's another important thing. You cannot commit suicide in your spaceship, which I guess is a good thing. I guess it's kind of, it's got its good things and its bad things. It makes the game a little bit easier to play and handle, so it kind of holds your hand a little bit in that sense. So I always have mixed feelings about those things. Like on one hand, you know, it's something less to worry about. On the other hand, I think it would be kind of cool if you had to, you know, really manage your flying skills and stuff like that. Like that's the kind of thing that I would tweak with difficulty options. Anyways, let's finish this episode by going to another star system. So I pressed M to bring up the map, and what's going on here? Okay, so this is my current system, and how do I, okay, I'm not really sure how I'm supposed to select it. I guess I just got to put it in the center of the screen. So let's pick this guy here. 6 planets. Okay, no records found, undiscovered, linear distance of 23.3 light years. And yeah, so let's do that. E or F to add waypoint. There we go. All right, so now, boom. So now is it going to give me the option to like just jump there or what? Tab to scan for discoveries, really. It's giving me a Q and E option there. Path towards waypoint. I'm not really sure what that's trying to do. Oh, okay. Path towards galactic core, free exploration mode, path towards waypoint. Okay, so that means that's how I get to select where I want to go. Let's try pressing enter. Nothing happens. How do I engage the hyperdrive or the star drive or whatever you want to call it? Let's go back. And no, it just dropped us out of pulse drive. All right, hold on. How do we, let's see here, let's engage the pulse drive, and then down there it should, yeah, okay, activate hyperdrive. Open galactic map in space by pressing M. So, map. And now it doesn't really guide me to how to jump. I may have to look this up, and it's kind of annoying that it doesn't give me a cursor. It's yeah, not really digging that too much. Okay, it's kind of a weird interface there. Okay, warp computation validated. Enter to, okay, there we go. Boom. So I wonder if it does the Elite Dangerous thing where it places us like head on into the star. Hopefully it won't. That gets to be quite an annoying mechanic after jumping for a long time. Even though it's kind of cool, it keeps you on your toes, and you can have some very close near misses sometimes. That's happened to me where like you'll get close into a binary star and you'll be like in the atmosphere of another star. But anyways, that's a different game. Alrighty, so alright, so this is a new system. It's very, very neon green, almost a little bit too green for my taste, to be honest. But we got these guys just kind of warping. Oh, hi there. Alright, that's interesting. Container, reinforce, destroy, huh. Alright. So yeah, it's a fairly decent sized ship, right? So I guess what you can do is like, you can like attack this ship maybe? Yeah, I could probably, yeah, it says destroy, so I'm sure I can probably attack it, but then I'd probably start an interstellar war, and I'm probably in no position right now to really be doing a war. One thing I did notice about the ship, it's kind of wonky. Like, see how like it's rocking back and forth, left and right? It does that a little too easily, and it kind of gets annoying, to be honest. So that's another thing I hope gets kind of ironed out, because it feels really kind of weird. Anyways, let's go to this undiscovered planet. Let's just see what's there. I'll land and I'll wrap up this episode and start recording the next episode. So let's see here. It's gonna take us 55 seconds to get there. So let's see what else, if I can just show you something in the menu here. While we go there, let me show you all the different technologies that I unlocked last night. So yeah, these are all things for the spaceship. So for example, phase, colon, theta, like this would increase the cooldown time, or decrease the cooldown time for like the weapons. So that means I can fire faster. The deflection shield, this improves your shields. There's a bunch of different stuff. I even have some like engine upgrades here, which I haven't made because I need like these are, I guess, a little bit more advanced, so they need materials that I haven't really found yet, like nickel. I have no idea where nickel is. And you can see we're kind of coming up to the planet there. I like that. You're just flying blindly towards the celestial body. Anyway, yeah, the engine upgrades like need nickel. I have no idea where to get nickel. I haven't found any of that yet. Let's see here, the beam impact. We're at the planet. Hello. So let's just kind of exit the thing there. Hi there. How you doing, Mr. Planet? Oh, and you have a very squarey surface, or is that just like pop in still? Okay. Well, this is a very green sector or star system. It's like everything's green, even the freaking planet's green. So let's see here. See if we can find anything cool real quick to settle down here, and I'll call it an episode. But yeah, look at all this terrain, man. Look at like the rolling hills and stuff like that. I really like it. It's pretty cool. It runs, just so you guys know, it does run a bit better when I'm not recording. It seems, obviously me recording in high definition is gonna kind of piss it off a bit, so that really kind of lowers my performance. I'm sorry about that, guys. But you should be able to you'll get better performance in this on the same system, because obviously if you're not recording, it's not going to be eating up your processor and stuff like that. So let's just settle down next to this little area here. It seems to be like a little base here. We'll check it out and we'll just call it an episode, because I have no idea how long this one is now, but I'm starting to get the feeling it's probably like 30, probably going to be a longer episodes here. So let's see here. If we go in here, this thing should be something. This one, right now it's giving me this little message there. Here we go, restore. Okay, so that one restores my shield. So yeah, in all these buildings, you'll always find like various little devices on the walls and stuff. And that's what I meant when like you'll find different technologies and stuff. These things are also very important. For example, if I press C,
Power low.
I hate it when she does that. If I press C, you'll see that this thing, it pings everything around me again. And whenever you see this icon, this little gear icon, that's really important, because it means you'll find one of these pods. And if you inspect it, you'll get a technology. So for example, alright, it's saying there, blueprint for pulse jet Tau already known. So that means this is something that I've already previously found last night. So I guess it doesn't, that means you can find the same technology again. And in that case, it won't matter. You won't get anything extra. So I guess the technologies are random. I would imagine that better technologies are probably rarer. They're probably going to be harder to find. But that's something really important. That's your way of getting new technologies and stuff. So let's see here. Let's check out what we got in the cargo drops. We got some Gragra. Corvax Convergence Cube. Let's go ahead and discover the area. And then I believe there's one more building to check out. Tenandal Badlands. And let's see here. I believe this building. Yeah, okay, so this thing has, what is this? First aid. Okay, so that heals me. Okay, here we go. This thing will give me a technology for the multi-tool. You'll see analyze multi-tool tech. So let's see here. Newly discovered technology, maximum efficiency in bolt caster reloads. So that's actually one of the different modes of the weapon. So I guess I'll show you guys all the different weapon modes and stuff like that, because I've gotten a couple now in the next episode. So this is another upgrade for the thing. It says they're +3 to, I guess, speed or something like that. So cool. Alrighty, guys. So I've been having a lot of fun. Oh, let's see what this thing is. Read encyclopedia. Okay, the Gek word for docking. All right, cool. So I'm guessing the Gek is the species of this system. But yeah, anyways, guys, I hope you guys are having fun. I know I am. At this point,
Support power low.
I hate that. It's so annoying. And it distracts me. Anyways, at this point, if you're planning on getting this game, I would recommend it, especially if you like space games, if you've played Elite Dangerous. and stuff like that, and you want something in the same vein but just a little bit different, this has definitely got that. And there's so much content to this game that I'm sure I haven't even gotten to yet. I haven't really fought things. I haven't really done dogfights yet, and that's obviously something that's probably going to be a big part of the game, because I have been unlocking a lot of like weapon upgrades for my ship, and I've even gotten a couple of shielding upgrades and stuff. So there's definitely going to be space combat at some point. I don't know if I have to initiate it myself or if I'll get attacked randomly at some point, but that's definitely coming. That's something that I mean, this is just for me. This is just day 2 with No Man's Sky. Anyways, guys, like, comment, subscribe. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time.